Hey guys, what's up y'all? It's your boy Nicholas here, back again with another exclusive red pill, black pill video. Right now, I'm currently out right now at 1 o'clock in the morning, basically. Just chilling. I was gonna originally sit there, but I couldn't because there's some bird poop, some bird shit right there. Because you can go right here. It looks like a bird shit right there. So there's bird shit right there. I don't want to touch it because it's biohazard. And I can show you guys again. So yeah, bird shit today. But that's not the point of this video, guys. Because the point of this video I want to talk about today, on this episode of my Red Pill series, is that I kind of want to dive deeper into the reincarnation soul trap, aka the reincarnation trick. Because basically, I kind of want to talk about something I did today, okay? So today I was web surfing, I was on YouTube today, and I discovered this channel called The Afterlife Discussion. I saw her videos before in the past, maybe like a few months ago. But today I decided to just watch some of her videos, and I decided to just dive deeper into the concept. So I saw one of her new videos about the Charlie Kirk situation. And basically what she considers, the demiurge of, forget the names. I think it's called Miki and Marku, or Miku and Marku, whatever, or, those beings that she considers the demiurge of, Miku and Marku. It's really hard to pronounce their names, basically, so... I was watching her videos, to me, I'm just gonna refer to them as, the demiurge beings, or the archon beings. To me, I'm just gonna refer to them as the demiurge beings, or the archon beings, or Saturn, or... that's what I'm probably just gonna refer to them as, because... That's just what I want to call them, because I think one of them's known as Saturn, because Saturn's considered to be the god of time, and yeah, I think that Marku, or, from what this person's video, the Afterlife Discussion, from what I heard from her points, was that, there's two beings, okay? There's two entities, okay? One is a father entity, and one is a son-like entity. And apparently they control the religions. Apparently they control God, Jesus, Buddha. They dress up as Jesus. They put on a show. There's a truck. For the spirits, basically, because from what I heard is that they put on a show for the spirits, and basically what happens is that they put on a show for the spirits. They pose as God, Jesus, whatever you believed in during your earth life, during your time here in the hell realm. So they either pose as God, Jesus, Buddha, I don't know, whatever you believed in during your earth life here in the hell realm. And then besides that, it gets even crazier, because, they can, I think one of the beings is named Miko, and I think Marduk, or Eco, or I think one of the beings called Marduk. And the other one's a hard name to pronounce. But from when I was watching the afterlife discussion videos on YouTube, diving more to the spirit trap, the reincarnation trick, the soul trap, you know, I was like watching this person's videos, so I kind of wanted to dive deep into their opinions and their concept of the whole soul trap, you know, the whole reincarnation system, I like to call it. And basically, you know, there's these two beings that, you know, one of them's named Marduk and there's another one. So it's like a father-son entity creature who apparently they pose as God, Jesus. Apparently they created the religions. I think apparently they created the pyramids, whatever. So apparently from what I heard, they had advanced technology. They had very advanced technology. They created the pyramids. They created the Abrahamic religions. They created the false gods, and I don't know, apparently they created the whole shit show, apparently. So I dive deeper into the concept and I'm like, some of what this person's saying is true, but at the same time it's really not, because if you're talking about, like, say pleroma, I'm like, you know, I don't know if pleroma would be considered a new age belief or another name for heaven or fake realms in the astral, which, I mean, it could just be another new age term for heaven realm, basically, in the Matrix. So, you know, but, you know, you're talking about the PHAA or whatever it's called, pleroma, you know, out of the Matrix, and then apparently you teleport there if you use your intention. I mean, we are magical beings, and I mean, we are spirits, basically, so we can use our magical spiritual ability to teleport. We can make ourselves invisible, like, as spirits out of the human flesh, or as spirits out of this meat suit, we can make ourselves invisible. We can teleport, we can fly, we can, I don't know, basically as spirits, you know, we can do a lot of shit. We could send fire out of our middle part of the spirit in our hands and eyes, and I don't know, guys. It's just very crazy, guys. Like, it's just very, very crazy. And then besides that, you know, I was watching more of this person's video, the afterlife discussions videos. I think her name's Sasha, I think. And I think there was a recent video she made about, I think it was called the afterlife discussion, I think, talking about the reincarnation trick. I think it was like a 37-minute video, I think. I kind of forgot what the name of it was. But in this video, she talked about the reincarnation trick, and she talked about, you know, there's the lower vibration realms, there's the higher vibration realms. Then there's also, you know, besides the lower vibration realms and the higher vibration realms, I don't know if that's a cop, so I'm trying to keep an eye out. But apparently from her logic to say that, oh, if you want to go to pleroma when you die, you can't die in pain, or you can't have fear of dying. Like, she said you can't die in, she said you can't die in pain. She said you can't, you know, be in pain when you die, or she said you can't die in pain or be afraid to leave or anything. I mean, it's pretty true, basically, and it depends on how you die. And I guess you just gotta detach to the point where you just really don't care anymore. Like, you know, you really don't care anymore what's gonna happen, because truth be said and truth be told, whatever happens in the hell realm, you know, even if we don't even exist someday, you know, say in this incarnation, you know, life in this hell realm is still gonna go on as usual. Like, if you think about it, life in this hell realm is still gonna go on like usual. And then I saw another video from her. Sorry about that, I had to spit something out. And then basically, you know, I saw her video about Trump and Marduk and, you know, I think, you know, the other person. Like, I think I saw her video about Marduk and the other creature, and apparently there was a video about how Trump said, oh, you can't. Apparently there was like some Twitter post, apparently from Trump. I'm referring to like X's Twitter because it's still Twitter. I'm not calling it the new age name. I'm just calling it what it really is. So Twitter, you know. So then on Twitter, you know, apparently, you know, Donald Trump made a post called, oh yeah. Apparently he made a post saying, oh, you can't stop what's coming. And then he made some satanic post with, I think, a Q and then a religious cross, which means Christianity. And then basically it also means Saturn and the Saturn cube. And then Donald Trump made a post, said, oh, you can't stop what's coming because the entire world is going to see it. And then this woman also dived deeper into the concept, saying that apparently Donald Trump is giving everyone advance warning because apparently they're coming, guys. Like, they are coming. And I think I might have debunked who they are. Like, I think I might have debunked who they are. You know how I was watching Code Red's video, right? You know how I was watching Code Red's videos about how the world's going to end in 2025. You know how I was watching those analog horror videos about how Code Red said that the world's going to end in 2025. I debunked more into the concept from Code Red's videos and also Afterlife Discussion Channel's videos about Donald Trump's post. And the thing is, guys, I think it's true, guys. Like, I think deep down it's actually true. Because what I think is going to happen is that I think Marduk and I think the other entity that is with Marduk, you know, the two entities, that's Marduk and the other being, right? So then you get Marduk, and then you get the other entity, okay? And then there's a truck coming. So then you get Marduk, and then you get the other entity that's friends with him, okay? So then you get, like I was saying, you get Marduk, and then you get the other entity that's friends with him. And apparently the Afterlife Discussion Channel was discussing how Marduk and the other being, the other entity, I forget his name because it's hard to pronounce his name, is supposedly coming back to this earth. Apparently she mentioned that Marduk and this other being are going to come back to this earth. And that apparently the earth is going to have a simulation reset. AKA, they're resetting the system as from what Code Red's videos are saying. Because you know how I could just go to my mirror at like 3:33 in the morning and I can just talk to my reflection. And then if I trigger a response, then basically they would be coming to reset me. Because the thing is, if I went to like my mirror at like 3:33 in the morning, and if I talked to my reflection, if I triggered a response, then they could come and reset me. Because apparently, in a spiritual sense, there has been a spiritual data breach. AKA, spirits are waking up and people are waking up to the hell realm. Okay, because you have people making videos about how life's pointless, how life is useless. You have people making videos about Hell Realm, like Benedine the Truth. You have the El Diablo, the Sanity Machine, King Stephen, aka Stephen King, That's a joke, by the way, so. And then basically, El Diablo's Sanity Machine made a video about the reincarnation trick too. And then besides that, then you get other random spirits waking up here and there. Kind of like, little flashes at first. Kind of like little flickers at first. But then, once I saw the analog horror videos about how the world's going to end in 2025, I kind of linked it to the Afterlife Discussions video about how Trump mentioned on Twitter about, oh yeah, you can't stop what's coming. And then apparently Donald Trump is apparently creating this new bill called the One World Government Bill, like the One World Government Bill, the One World Bill, the One Government Bill, the Digital Currency Bill. Because you know how they're talking about one world government, one world system, digital ID. That is what's coming to this country, guys. That is what's coming to this country. And then you notice how they're mentioning oneness about, oh, you have to become one with Source. You have to become one with this. You have to become one with that. And then oneness deception is also a deception too, because then they want you to become one with Source. They want you to become one with the system, become one with the Matrix. Just so you can get recycled here again and again and again. And then even with the whole Pleroma concept, I actually think Pleroma is in the Matrix, which I think is part of the astral planes. And this Matrix is theoretically bigger than said. Maybe as a spirit, maybe I should just say, I just want to teleport out of the Matrix, you could say, out of the Saturn cube, which is aka Saturn's realms, aka the Moon Matrix, which, that's what I want to do, is get out of this hell realm entirely. Not just go to the astral and say, okay, I'm just going to stop here. No, I'm going to just dig deeper into the whole concept, and I'm just going further than that. Because that's what's going to happen someday. And then basically, I was watching more videos from this person from the Afterlife Discussion channel about basically, how the Afterlife Discussion channel, how Sasha said that she's going to leave in 2026 or 2027. Because Sasha said that she's probably going to leave this hell realm in, say, 2026 or 2027. Probably before the world gets way worse. Okay? Because Sasha from let's say, the Afterlife Discussion channel mentioned that she wants to leave the world either in 2026 or 2027. From her logic. And she says she wants to leave the world because apparently it's just going to get much worse and it's going to get much terrible. It's going to get much more bad and much more terrible. And I'm like, I agree. Because this hell realm is gonna get worse. Like, it is gonna get worse. Like, I seen it all, guys. Like, I seen it all. 2020 was a test, people. I told y'all in the previous videos, but still, some of y'all hadn't decided to listen. I told you guys COVID was a test. 2020 was a test, y'all. And still, you guys hadn't decided to listen. And then I began telling you guys about the next pandemic, the next COVID, the next big pandemic, okay? The next big virus outbreak, okay? And it's going to be way more real than COVID ever was. Apparently, I'm hearing screaming down there, so yeah. So COVID was the test run. And then besides COVID being the test run, COVID, was a test. And besides that, the next pathogen they're going to release, it's going to be much deadlier than COVID. Probably like 20 times more deadlier than COVID. And you know what they're doing. Like, you know what the elites are doing ahead of time. Like, you know what they're doing ahead of time. They have advanced technology, y'all. They have advanced technology. They have advanced technology in Area 51. They had advanced technology in Nevada, in Area 51. Washington, D.C. has apparently advanced technology. They have the Hadron Collider in Switzerland. They have the CERN Collider, which, like they did at the end of 2012, they reality shifted us, which they have the, Higgs boson particle. And you have the CERN Collider, so they can shift us into another reality, like that. And then, basically, they have the Mandela effect. And then, basically, the very last results they got is an alien invasion, a.k.a. the fake rapture. So then, at the end of their list, they got an alien invasion, and they have the fake rapture. And then what they can do is that they can use Project Bluebeam, and then they can create a fake Jesus being saying, "Oh, I'm Jesus Christ, and I will be the one telling you guys that, oh, all of y'all should listen." And then apparently Project Bluebeam Jesus, apparently from the elites that created this nonsense, they'll probably use Project Bluebeam. Everyone will die, everyone will get murdered, because Project Bluebeam will kill everyone, because apparently Project Bluebeam can kill everyone, because the hologram could apparently kill, depending on what's being used with Project Bluebeam. And then this Project Bluebeam Jesus could tell you, oh, you're going to listen to me, we're going to get raptured, and apparently we're going to go to the new earth, and apparently we're going to go to 5D, we're going to the new Jerusalem, we're going to the new Ukraine, the new Kiev, everybody. And it's Jesus, fake Jesus being, aka Marduk, aka Saturn, aka Satan, aka Lucifer, aka the Archons, aka the elites. They could tell you, oh, you're going to get raptured, you're going to go to this realm, aka the waiting room, and then once you go to the waiting room, aka the reincarnation processing center, like once you go to the processing center, once you go to the dealership, once you go to like the processing realms or the in-between lives back to apparently where you were before you reincarnated here, you'll go up to that realm with that fake Jesus being. That fake Jesus will rapture people. And then after that, the fake Jesus being will say, okay, you're going to have a wedding supper. And then apparently the elitists will play the Bible. And they'll play the Quran. And they'll play Hinduism. And they'll play the religion books. They'll mix New Age, they'll mix Christianity, they'll play the Buddhist religion, they'll throw it all in one, and then this fake Jesus being will say, oh, we're going to promote oneness, become one with this, become one with Source, become one with this, and then, okay, guys, we're all going to learn to become one, guys, and this fake Jesus being will tell you, okay, you gotta become one with this, and then fake Jesus, apparently Project Bluebeam Jesus will tell you, okay, you're gonna do that, and then apparently the Project Bluebeam Jesus could apparently kill everyone, because yeah, that's the job of the elites. That's what they want to do. They want to do an alien invasion, fake rapture, and then after that, they want to bring in the New World System. They want to bring in the New World Government. And apparently, baby boomers run this realm. Okay, like, apparently, baby boomers run this realm. And then, since the baby boomers, aka the boomers, they own everything in this realm. Like, the baby boomers, they own everything in this realm. And then, after 40, 50, 60 years of the boomers working and slaving, like, after 40 to 60 years, then something got stuck in my mouth. Sorry about that. I don't know if that was like a tonsil stool or whatever, but felt something went down my throat, but then after 40 to 60 years of working and slaving for boomers, apparently the boomers are like, okay, I don't mind if we get raptured. I don't mind if we get raptured now. I don't care. Bring on the rapture. And then that's what the boomers say. And then apparently they want to get raptured now because apparently I was in one of the Discord servers I'm in. And apparently the boomers don't care if they want to get raptured now because they're like, yeah, I don't mind. You can come rapture me. Jesus can come and take me away. I don't care if I'm going to the 5D. I don't care if I'm going to the new Ukraine, the new Kiev, the new Jerusalem. And then apparently the boomers want to get raptured now. So apparently, you know, they don't care if Project Bluebeam Jesus can come or this fake Jesus being can come. You know how I mentioned about the fake Jesus being like 200 feet tall, like, you know how this fake Jesus entity could be like, 200 feet tall, maybe as tall as that church right there, hell, even bigger, basically. Because imagine if you're watching some NDE, or imagine you're watching some near-death experience, and then this girl saw like a massive 200-foot tall Jesus being. Like, imagine watching, like, an NDE, and then you're seeing a 200-foot tall Jesus being, or fake Jesus being, like, 200 feet tall. Hell, as tall as that church, if not bigger. Like, imagine the fake Jesus being, like, in the astral, being, like, 250 feet tall, or being as tall as that church. And then apparently the fake Jesus will say, oh, you gotta go back to Earth, you got karma, you got duality. And then apparently this fake Jesus will love bomb you, give you astral drugs, and drug you, seduce you in the astral. And then after that, fake Jesus will throw you back down to Earth. Because they don't even care, guys. Like, guys, they just don't even care. Like, they literally don't even care. And then besides the whole Project Bluebeam and the fake Jesus, you know. And then with Indu and Marduk, or Indu and, I think, and Marduk, I think Indu and Marduk, I think their names are. Indu and Marduk. Or Marduk, like, I think it's Indu and Marduk, I think, or, yeah, I think it's them, basically. I think the name came back, Indu and Marduk, I think. I think the name came back to me, basically. So then, basically, you know, the boomers, they don't care, they get raptured. And then, basically, how, like, the post that Donald Trump made on Twitter a few weeks ago said, okay, no one can stop what's coming, and then everyone will feel, because you can't stop what's coming. And it's a sign that Donald Trump and these elitists do worship these satanic people, or these satanic entities. Like, it's literally a sign that these elitists or these elites, they worship these satanic beings. They worship these satanic beings. And then, apparently, what's going to happen is that while the entire world's caught off guard, that Marduk and Indu, whatever his name is, they apparently come to Earth. Like, they apparently will come to Earth. And apparently, you know, they'll come to Earth, they'll apparently intervene, and then the whole entire world be caught off guard. And the entire world be caught off shock. And they'll be like, what the fuck? What the hell? Who the hell are these things? And then apparently the entire Archons will come too. Apparently the entire aliens will come too. Along with Indu and Marduk and Satan and Buddha and fake Jesus and Saturn and the Moon Matrix. Apparently they'll all come back. And everyone will be like, what the fuck? The Archons in the entire astral basically will come to Earth. And then right after that encounter, then the old simulation will end. AKA, this world will end. Because it's true, guys. The analog horror videos are correct, guys. The analog horror videos are correct. Code Red, the YouTuber, made a video about how the world is going to end in 2025. And I told you guys, World War III is not about power or oil or religion. World War III is about deletion. And they want to crumble the simulation. They want to crumble this realm. Like, they're not destroying it. They are dismantling it, guys. They are dismantling it piece by piece. There are no nukes in World War III. There are no bombs in World War III. Nukes are a psyop. World War III is about deletion. And this World War will be different than World War I and World War II. World War I and World War II are nothing. This war is quiet. World War III is quiet. You won't even know it until it finally hits you. Because World War III isn't about power, it ain't about oil, and it ain't about religion. World War III is about deletion. And they are dismantling it, and they are shutting it down. They don't call it Earth anymore, guys. They call it Sequence 0. They call it Sequence 9. And it's true, guys, because they don't call it Earth anymore. They call it Sequence 0. They call it Sequence 9. And I think that we've been reality shifted a few times, guys. And this is why Earth ended at the end of 2012. That's 12/21/12 was a real day, guys. And that's the day that the Mayan calendar ended. Because the Mayan calendar was an ancient calendar, aka the original timeline. But something did happen at the end of 2012. Y'all don't even remember it, because you don't even remember 12/21/12. And then right before, apparently, Armageddon happened at the end of 2012, they came right away and they took y'all off the timeline. Because they knew something was going to happen. They knew something was going to happen. They knew right away that something was going to happen. They knew, they came, they took you off the timeline right before a disaster was bound to happen. Or maybe something did happen, but then they memory wiped you, so you don't even remember the end of 2012. So then, yeah, they just seduced you, so you don't even remember that night. And then at the end of 2012, like right around 2012 Christmas, you act like nothing happened. Like you acted like nothing happened. And then in 2013, there was a shift, guys. Like in 2013, there was a shift, y'all. 2013 and 2012 are very different years, y'all. 2012 and 2013 are very, 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 very different, guys. 2013 felt weird. Like, 2013 felt weird. 2013 had this vibe of, okay, I don't know what the fuck happened, but 2013, something was off. That was what 2013 felt like. 2012 was the last year the original timeline existed. And then in 2013, we were put onto another timeline called Sequence 9, aka Sequence 0. They don't call it Earth anymore. They call it Sequence 9. And then ever since 2013, we were put onto this timeline called either Sequence 0 or Sequence 9. And that is supposed to last until 2025, y'all. That is supposed to last until 2025. And then we go back to the Afterlife discussion channel video about how Marduk and Enki, are coming back. Apparently to intervene. Everyone's going to be shocked. And then Marduk, apparently, they're already here, guys. They're already here. People are saying that they are going to be showing up in November or December. People are saying that they are going to be showing up in November or December. They say they're going to show up in November or December. And I'm like, it's valid, guys, because the world is supposed to last until 2025. And then with the analog horror videos, they say that the world is going to end in 2025. They say the world's going to end in 2025, according to the analog horror videos. And then, yeah, World War III is going to happen, but it's not going to be like World War I or World War II. It's about deletion, because the elites already know something. They already know we're waking up. They already know we're waking up to this. They know we're waking up. They know that church is not being filled anymore. They know it, guys. They know it. They know people aren't going to church anymore. They know that people are waking up. They know that people aren't brainwashed anymore. They know that people are discovering the reincarnation trick. They know everything. And then since people are discovering the truth, the government decided to say, okay, we're going to declare World War III. But okay, World War III ain't going to be like World War I or World War II. World War III is going to be about deletion. So we are going to take apart this timeline, or we're going to take a part of it, and then we're going to dismantle it, okay? We're going to dismantle it, and then once the last switch flips, you're going to hear static. Then you're going to hear... I think when the last switch flips, you're not going to hear static. You're going to hear... I think... static... then static, then nothing. You're going to hear static, silence, nothing. And then apparently they're doing it because they want to start the new simulation, y'all. They want to start the new simulation, y'all. And they know it, guys, because we go back to the Afterlife discussion video. They want to start the new simulation, y'all. They want to start the new simulation, y'all. And this is why, if we go back to that video, they said, oh, if you're going to die in 2025, you're not going to reincarnate again in 2025. Because if you die in 2025, you're not going to reincarnate in 2025. And then the next time you go up to, say, the processing center, where all, apparently, where they claim that you should go, you have all the beings there. You have Charlie Kirk. Charlie Kirk is there. Then apparently, I don't know, Hitler's there. Then apparently you get Epstein's there. Then apparently you get Martin Luther King Jr., Harriet Tubman. And then all those beings are there. Michael Jackson. They're all there, basically. I hear something in the woods. And then besides that, they're basically, it's apparently, once you go up to that realm, aka the processing center, you're not going to go up to the white light and reincarnate right away. You're not going to go up to the white light and reincarnate right away. You're going to go up to the white light, which you're not supposed to, which is what they want you to do. You're going to go up to the white light, and then you're going to be in the processing center, for probably hundreds upon hundreds upon hundreds of years, because once you go up to the light, you're going to be in the transition realm for hundreds upon hundreds upon hundreds of years. Hundreds upon hundreds upon hundreds of matrix years before you come back here again. And then besides that, you know, and then afterwards you'll come back here in a human body. But this time you're not going to come back here in a human body, because after you die after this life, you're not going to come back this time in a human body. Because after this time, after this lifetime, every reincarnation from now on, you're going to become AI in your next life. Because after you die in this life, you're going to become AI. Like, you're not going to reincarnate in a human body. You're going to become AI. Like, once you die in this life, you're going to become AI. And basically, you know, and then that means once you become AI and once you go into the AI matrix, you're already sealed in here. You are already sealed in here. El Diablo, the sanity machine, says he's going to seal this realm. But the truth is, if you become one with Source, if you become one with AI, if you die, you go to the white light, and then you go to the processing center, you won't be born as a human in your next life. You will become one with AI, you'll be with AI, and then you'll already be sealed in here regardless. Like, you will already be sealed in here regardless, because you decide to be in an AI matrix, rather than escape the old one that is apparently crumbling and breaking right now. They know something is breaking. They know it's cracking. And yet, you know, they want to restart the simulation. They want to reset the hell realm. Because they are coming, y'all. They are coming, y'all. They are coming to reset the system. They are coming to reset us. And this is why Marduk and Enki and Saturn and fake Jesus and Buddha and Satan, they're returning. The Archons too. Like, they know something's up. They know something's up. And the elites know too. Escape the realm, y'all. Escape the realm. And I mean, guys, I recommend you listen to this person's channel, y'all. Like, I recommend you guys listen to this person's channel. And then besides that, you know, once you die, don't go into the white light. Like, don't go into the white light. Don't go into the light. Escape the matrix and be done with this realm, okay? And then besides that, you know, escape the hell realm, okay? Cause yeah, okay? So yeah. Trying to think. And yeah, the old simulation is ending. This world is ending, guys. Like, this world right here, right now, the world you see around here, the world you see around us, this world is ending, guys. This world is ending, guys. And it's true, y'all. Like, it's literally true, y'all. This world is ending. And this is why the world is going to end in 2025, y'all. This is why the world is going to end at the end of this year, guys. The world is going to end this year. And the world is going to end at the end of 2025. That's what Code Red and that's what the Analog Horror channel said. They are coming to reset the system, y'all. And by what they mean by what they are coming to reset the system is, I'm going to say it again. What they mean by they are coming to reset the system means that they are going to come reset the system, and basically they are going to put you into an AI simulation. Like, they're going to come, reset the system, put you into an AI simulation, put you into a one world system, one world government, put you into oneness deception, put you into an AI simulation, because they're going to end this world. They're going to end this world. This world is ending, guys. This world is ending, and they're going to put you into an AI matrix. New realm, AI bodies. We're going to be put into computers. They are resetting the system, y'all. They are coming, y'all. They are coming to reset the system. And this world will be destroyed. Because once the switch flicks, they can shut off this realm. They can shut it off. They can shut off this entire hell realm. They can shut it off by a switch. You'll hear silence, then static, then nothing. Then you will float out of your body. You'll turn away from the fake white light. You will go escape the astral, escape the hell realm matrix, and then you'll go to the great beyond, or the great unknown. And then you will escape hell realm. Okay? And then once this realm ends, once this world ends, this realm is going to end. And then the new one is going to begin. The new simulation is going to begin. The new world's going to begin. The new simulation is going to begin. This realm is over. This world is ending. This world isn't going to exist anymore. And I'm not saying some mild reset like 12/21/12 or 12/21/2012. No. It's going to be a hard reset. It's going to be like a hard reset, a deep reset. Reset of everything. New realm, massive Mandela effects. Everything's changed. Nothing will be the same anymore. 15-minute smart cities. No freedom. Nothing. That's what's going to happen, guys. And that's what's going to happen, y'all. And what I'm saying is true. Okay? I might make a part 2 of this video, guys. Like, guys, I might make a part 2. I might make a part 2 of this video about the world's going to end in 2025. Okay? Stay tuned to my next video about how the world's going to end in 2025 and about how apparently they are coming to reset the realm. So my next video is going to be that the world's ending in 2025 and that entities are coming to reset this realm. Anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. It's kind of been a long video, but anyways, guys, hope you enjoyed this video. Anyways, guys, I'm going to sign out for now because I want to go home and go to bed. And anyways, guys, it's getting late and stuff. So, yeah.